The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 9, Nasdaq's up 7, S&Ps are up 1. Gold contracts down $1.60 at $13.52. We have silver off 10 cents at $20. Platinum is down $1 at $1,097. You have late sweet crude flat at $44.88 a barrel. Bonds, the 10 years up 4 ticks, 131.15. 30 is up 21 at 171.10. And good old King Dollar, that is also that's down 100 ticks, 94.71. The euro is trading at $1.12, and the yen is out here at 101 1/4. And bottom line is, summer's supposed to be over. We're supposed to be back to work, man. Where's that volatility, man?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's here. Maybe it's in oil. But it might be in oil tomorrow, right? I know they're maybe trading in the den, but I think the numbers for oil might come out tomorrow because of the holiday.
That's right. So what happens, folks, of course, on Wednesdays at 10:30, we like trading oil. On Thursdays, we like trading gas. And guess what? It's a day late because of the holiday. And I think the last time this happened, though, natural gas stayed on Thursday at a different time. So then you had oil and gas tomorrow. Cranking, no doubt. Now, folks, let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks, as we do each and every trading day. And don't forget, Kevin and Scott from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim have a phenomenal show every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, right here at TFNN. Now, no matter where you are right now, maybe you're on the West Coast in your car going to work, remember that you can get us right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, you hit Tiger TV, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. And if you haven't test drove the Thinkorswim platform, folks, come over to our website. Anytime during the day and night, hit the banner. You can bring up the platform. It's a phenomenal, great platform, professional platform for professionals or individuals. And you can trade with paper money in there, and you'll see just how dynamic this platform is. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Let's get some action going, man. What's going on here, man?
I'll tell you, we are dipping our toes in. We are. This is not very committed. This market is right now.
I know, man. And it's you got to expect, folks, that the week after Labor Day, there's still plenty of people that really not take off this week, but you're just getting going again. Sure. It's just like waking up. You know what I mean? And this morning, I'm looking at him saying, okay, what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? What's going to basically, it's wild. It's like, what's going to move this market? Well, up or down? Like, what's going to do it, you know?
Right. Hopefully we'll get some news from Apple today with some type of market movement, right? Other than Mr. Ackman, who seems to be seems to telling the world he likes burritos. That's a good thing, right? Chipotle?
Yeah. Well, That's a guy that's a study in a plunger, folks, okay? There's no doubt. And
9%. That's a big stake so quickly.
He is, man. I mean, and
what's funny is we've talked about Chipotle and the fundamental of whether you did it,
right.
And I had a Chipotle twice in like the last 10 days.
Did ya?
And I think that was the first time since their whole mess of which is, and I'm not, but it was so delicious the first time that I had to go back the next weekend.
That's good to know, though. What's so crazy about that? Now you wonder,
because I thought about it, but I was like, I'm good.
Well, the thing that's wild, folks, is that when this guy goes into equities, and he's been wrong a few times and right a few times, and he's, that's what this business is about. But when he goes, he really goes. And what I've seen is that he not only does a lot of work. So I'm wondering if he did that work prior to that. Do you know what I mean? Saying, okay, sure, right? they're ready to go back now.
We did that example. I think they Jack in the Box, whatever, that stat I had heard that one day, and it was something like where it took them only about a year from their low to get back to their, and that was a bigger mess than Chipotle had with people.
Oh, yeah.
So those types of rebounds, maybe they get forgot more quick than the market likes to think at those lows.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have this discussion on swim lessons all the time because, as you guys know, we use Chipotle as our example often.
Yes.
And we talk about that exact story, Tommy, that you were talking about, which is Jack in the Box kills people.
I know.
Right.
Right? And Taco Bell, and all those stocks have recovered from this.
Yeah.
So, and it's been right around, between 9 and 14 months.
Which is like nothing when you look at the type of, pullback that it had if it's going to rebound in that short period of time.
Right.
This stock was $750.
Right.
Yeah.
Like 18 months ago. So, I don't know if he's right or not. I don't know about that, but it's not a bad bet.
Right.
No,
Chipotle's a good company.
Right.
Who knows?
And what it is, and a lot of these companies, folks, what it is that they definitely have the expense level down. I mean, because their business plan itself.
Oh yeah.
You stand in line. You go through.
There were no lines, right? That's that. And
Okay.
it was on the weekend, so there could have been some lines, but maybe it was like 2:00. Maybe that's not their crunch. But yeah, I got a burrito bowl, and I got double chicken, so a little bit extra chicken. And it was like $10. It was like $9.98 because I got guacamole too. And I remember walking out, and I was excited. It was a good meal. Yeah. I was like, man, $10 for like some rice, probably like one chicken breast, and a little bit of guac and a little cheese. Yeah. That's some margins, man, for sure.
Yeah. And you got to stand in line and get it.
Yeah. There wasn't a line though. No.
I'm just saying someone's not serving you.
Sure. There isn't that much of a premium. Right? You're just really paying for the food.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So listen, folks, right here today, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, as we do each and every trading day. Swim lessons, you trade options, folks. I'm
sure they'll be looking at Chipotle and continuing that conversation.
No doubt, man.
Right?
Kevin, you have a great one and a safe one.
Can't wait, guys. Have a
Take
good
care,
day.
man.
Thank you. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 10. You get the NASDAQ up 8. S&Ps are up 1. And, yeah, it's going to be wild to see how this Chipotle runs out. Because when you look at CMGs, folks, so take a look at this. They technically, you can see, where in, you get a sign of strength. The sign of strength came in on July 22nd. Gets up to 444. It comes all the way back down and tests. Now watch this. This is, so I'll put this on even a monthly. And what you're going to see is that the stock got destroyed. So the stock goes from $758 with volume down to $399. But on a monthly, the $399 got tested. So let's see, what month is that? That's January, right? January we had, and watch this. I love this when this happens. So in December, you did 40 million shares, 40.7 million. And January did 38 million. You go, then you do a bounce. Then you come down and you do 25 million. Okay, so you tested it on 25 million versus 38. So there's the test, okay? But that doesn't mean a thing until you get a sign of strength. And if I put this on a weekly, you're going to see on the weekly, here's the low of 399. You got a small sign of strength, nothing heavy, but you can see that someone was in there after that, meaning 3 weeks after the low was established, but it hadn't got tested. Then it took, 2 or 3 months. So on the weekly, you got it tested with 6 million versus 13, and then you had the sign of strength. So it's going to be interesting. It doesn't mean it goes up to as high, but
like Kevin said, how low is it going to go? Or risk reward wise, you look at that in terms of it's just at 750. You're talking about getting in at 400 to 450. It's only at 436 right now.
Right.
What are the odds it could shoot back up to 700? What are the odds it can shoot down to 100? Right? Do those odds quick. And it's like, well, they're still a legitimate company. And,
well, they are. When you look at the revenue, the revenue did go down. It went from 4.5 billion to 4.1, but guess what? In 2017, they're saying 4.7.
That's a blip on the map, exactly.
It is. It is. Unreal. Yeah. Let's go to Mark in Concord. Hey, Mark, what's going on, brother? Hey, what's going on? He's listening on the internet, I bet. We'll get him. Either that or he's eating some of that good bread up at that bread store he has at the corner of his nice little town.
Maybe not. Okay.
Let's go take a look at the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow Industrial. So inside the Dow, strength is Caterpillar. That's up 1.4%. We have Big Blue up 0.4. Visa's up 0.3. Taken away from it, Home Depot's down 0.9. Travelers is off 0.5%, and Walmart is down.
What's up with Home Depot or even Walmart?
Let's take a look.
Is it just action or?
Yeah, so Home Depot's down $1.32, and it looks like a big consolidation, Let me put this back.
I don't know. That's looking like a downward channel.
Yeah. No, but you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been in a consolidation for quite a while.
Can you just pull up the news on it and see if there's something?
Yeah. What did I tell you? The news on Walmart, especially around here.
Yeah?
Yeah. I really don't see much.
Yeah, these are the only two. Oh, Mark's back. Let's go to Mark.
Mark, what's going on?
Hi, guys. I'm sorry. It's called bad cell phone connections.
Okay. That's all right. How you doing, man?
I'm fine. So how was your 3-day?
It was great. It's always great having 3 days off. There's no doubt about it, man.
So did you take your boat out?
We sure did.
Yeah. Do you both have boats?
Well, yeah, we actually do. It's what would happen is that we had bought a whale actually years ago, and we never sold it. And then so we have 2 of them down here. Yeah.
Well, so you guys get to race each other, huh?
No, not really. we're normally out together. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. So here's my question of the day. Larry was talking briefly on his show this morning about the DAX seemed to be strong, and he made some sort of a very quick comment, which I didn't really catch all of, about if the DAX looked like it was going to go up, he thought that our market could rally up based upon that. Now, I need to go back into the archives and hear what he really said and catch a second wind of it. But the short story is, or the short question is, could you look at the DAX for me and tell me, based upon the DAX, because the DAX kind of, we get so much information for our market based off the DAX. What do you think the DAX is doing, and how does that imply for the next couple of days with our market?
Well, what it does do, okay, I like looking at the DAX also in the context of how the NASDAQ trades, because they seem to trade, somewhat the same. What the difference is, though, is that the DAX is like not even close to its highs. It's 10,700, and the DAX high is 12,300. So the correlation, the NASDAQ's at its highs. You know what I mean? Our market's at its highs. So, as to a intraday correlation, yeah, I like looking at it. And right now, the DAX is trying to take out its high from, I believe, a couple weeks ago. And right now, it hasn't been able to do it, which is August 15th, So the way that I would look at this is that whether you're going to go long or short, this is not a bad place to do it because we're sitting right at the highs. Do you know what I mean? You just don't give it anything. It's going to break one way or the other.
Do you think it could break upward?
I don't.
I mean, we've been in this area for so long. It's not even funny, but it seems like every time we think we're going to go down, it goes up.
That's right. And every time, this is the cool market for a bull or a bear, because the bottom line is that since July 14th, it hasn't done a thing. And each and every time, the bear can make the case that, hey, guess what? There's no more buyers at highs. The bull can make the case, well, guess what? There's no more sellers as soon as you come down 20 points, So what I am wrapping my head around right now, I really think that the market had a real good chance to go much higher yesterday with the dollar getting that fast price destruction on the way down, and it didn't. So sometimes you can find out more about markets when they didn't do something that you think they should have done. And in my case, I think that weakness in the dollar yesterday was down 1,000 ticks, and the S&P couldn't break topside. So. And it was probably, this is one of the things that's almost like the wrong day that it happened, coming back from vacation. If it happened,
sure.
But that's kind of where my head goes with this, Mark.
Do you think that we're rewriting technical analysis based upon the last 2 or 3 months here?
No. Yeah. I get, and I would make the argument, what's so really cool about what you just said there? I would make the argument that these numbers are hitting a lot better than they have for a long period of time.
Because, Tom, I've listened to you forever, and, I pay attention to you quite religiously. And, I remember several times on your afternoon show I was thinking that, we're going to have a sell-off in the NASDAQ when you come on at 305. And, at 4 o'clock, the NASDAQ's up, not down. And so it's been kind of sort of a surprise.
No, and what I've found, just stay right there. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're looking to discover a new financial resource and diversify your financial portfolio, consider the new Market Safe Focused Commodity CD from Everbank. This 5-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 6 equally weighted commodities, including gold, silver, copper, nickel, soybeans, and sugar, in one powerful CD. With annual pricing caps of 50% per component, you could earn up to a 50% upside payment at maturity if the commodities increase in value across annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. Take advantage of this financial resource designed to grow with the times. The October 13th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 4. You get the NASDAQ up 11. S&Ps are up 1.5. Tommy and I were talking with Mark from Concord, and we're talking right now actually about technical analysis. You know, Mark, what I've seen, you know, through the years is that at certain times it seems like the numbers hit and technical analysis works beyond belief, and it's like, oh my God, it's amazing. And then at other times, guess what, man? It just it's like, okay, it's, you know, the numbers aren't hitting, you get stopped out, and, you know, it's a probability game. You know, I mean, and it's that, it really is that cut and dried. You know, so.
Yeah, well, and I agree with you. It's just that, you know, the last couple of weeks have been kind of uncharted waters, to say the point of phrase. So it was just something which I observed. So I don't know. So Tom, are you right now long or short the market, or are you just playing it day by day? Or
no, I'm short. I'm short big time.
Short.
Yeah.
Tommy, what are you? You short or you long or what?
I don't have any positions on right now.
Yeah, all right. All right, boys. Well, have a profitable day trading.
Okay, man.
We'll hang in there, so to speak.
Have a great one.
So the New England dodged the hurricane. He sideswiped us.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, we got some rain up here in Concord. I guess the Cape and Rhode Island got it. You know, they got a lot more.
Yeah, this had a lot of rain with it, man. I mean, we got a lot of rain. A lot of rain.
Yeah.
Cooking, brother.
Any really severe damage?
Not what we got, really. No.
There was some flooding, but it wasn't very bad.
All right, guys, you got lucky. Take care. Thank you.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
You too, Tom.
Let's go over to Whole Foods. So, Whole Foods out here this morning. Now here's one using technical analysis that is almost a classic case. You're down $1.55, but when you pull this back, it gets intriguing. So, you're going to see that this has been building cause. This is equity that's got killed, $57.29. But, you know, this has been going after this high volume low for quite a while. The high volume low from February. Now, you want to hear the weird thing on this? This is what's crazy. It wasn't Whole Foods that has the problem here this morning. Well, it has a problem because they're selling it. But I got to find the other one. I saw it on Bloomberg earlier. It's Fresh something that's down 15%.
Fresh
there
Market?
It is. Sprouts.
Okay.
Sprouts. There it is right there. So Sprouts came out with news this morning. Look at that. Sprouts is taking them down. So let's see what they said. Sprouts view let's see. Yeah, Sprouts Farmers' sharp reduction to guidance is surprising. Comes 1 month after
their second quarter results.
They cut year outlook suggests steep change in competitive environment in recent weeks.
Can you go back to that list of those stories?
Yeah.
There was one of them that. Okay, so Whole Foods is their largest. No. That's another one that's sinking?
That's another one that's sinking, yeah. So UNFI is the largest customer.
So that's how things reverberate, right?
Yeah, what it is that, something's happening. Well, Sprouts is saying that, hey.
Okay, this one got about 1% of their revenue from this Sprouts SF.
Okay. Sprouts Farmers Market, I see.
Yeah.
SFM, okay.
Yeah.
And they do, I think I'd say what ends up happening, depending where you are in the country, like we have a Publix down here, and, they got great food, and I would say they compete with, Whole Foods is maybe still a little bit better on a lot of things.
It's close. That's where if you figure that out, right, then you're going to be able to figure out the market. Because I agree, it's close, but it's not the same.
It's not.
They get the premium, and it's quite a premium, and they have quite a niche. They do.
They definitely do. But boy, you're paying for it. That's the other side of it.
Yes, for sure.
For
sure.
And I guess that's on.
Almost the same way you're paying for it at Publix versus going to Target. Just in the same way, you know what I mean? There is.
Yeah,
so
that's right. There's no doubt.
Because Target, Super Target, is cheaper than Publix, for sure.
Right.
And arguably, they have good stuff, too.
Right.
Fresh stuff,
let's go back to Walmart. So check this out. This is in the Tampa Bay Times today, folks. So I don't think this is affecting it much, but in the Tampa Bay Times today, what ended up happening is that people were complaining that they're going in there buying baby food and other food products, and they're all expiration dates. So
they're all expired?
They're all expired.
Okay.
And this is Hillsborough County and Pinellas. Tommy lives in Hillsborough County. I live in Pinellas County. So they sent a whole slew of reporters out, and sure enough, in both counties, they got expired food, and that's
good.
No, that's not good at all.
No.
Because there's a racket in that in general of there's a big business in that people buy that and then send it overseas. And,
I wouldn't even.
But not in Walmart.
I don't think that's probably what's happening. It's just that they're not getting rid of their inventory.
Right, turning it. Right. Amazing. Our phone number is 877-927-6648, and let's go take a look at gold out here. Gold hasn't done much. It was moving around. It's down $4 right now. It was moving around because what you did have out here this morning is that Carney, who is here he is right here. He's like our Federal Reserve Chairman. Mark Carney stood by the actions of the Bank of England around the Brexit vote as his testimony lawmakers quickly turned into a grilling by his most vocal critic. In light of all the events since the referendum, since the evening of the 23rd, I'm absolutely serene about the judgment taken by the Bank of England officials, including Monetary Policy Committee. The governor told lawmakers who included Jacob Rees-Mogg, who took the lead in questioning the Canadian. But I was listening to some of this. What was happening is that he was saying that the economy didn't get hit as bad as that they thought it might get hit, but he thought that because they were easy on the monetary policy, that was one of the reasons.
Sure.
It looks, though, what it was doing to the marketplace, is that, it's not that putting any juice into the dollar, but it probably stabilized the dollar a little.
Okay.
Because the correlation there would be, of course, is that if they're going to put more money into the UK, that is going to take the pound. Let's see what the pound just did. We don't look at the pound a lot. So the pound, GBP, I believe that's going to be the pound. Yeah, so the pound's at $1.33. Look at that one. That's quite a hit, man.
It's real life implications.
That's a real life. So if you're watching Target TV right now, folks, on the 24th, the pound went from $1.50 to $1.32.
It's funny because markets can sort themselves out, but I think the British pound sorted itself out in that one day. It looks like in terms of a real effect.
That's pretty intense, man.
Because no matter what, the pound of all things probably suffers for sure.
Yeah, right.
Whether how you decide that affects their economy is a different story. You know what I mean? Because that has benefits versus declines versus, like we've talked about.
And what's so cool,
really wealthy people going in there taking advantage of it, right? What if that does something?
And when we get back, so check this out. We're going to talk about the FTSE and the pound.
Sure, right. Exactly.
And that correlation. Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And so we were just talking about Carney speaking, and it's so intriguing because what he was talking about is that they were grilling him on the aspect of the pound, and then they were saying that, well, you know, the FTSE's at a much higher price. And he was explaining to, now picture this, he's explaining.
Which is the chart we have up, just so you can see real quickly, for sure, the FTSE in pounds. Go for it.
In pounds, and if we take a look at it, what you're going to see is that, let's see, so.
That's obviously Brexit. June 24th.
On June 24th, you know, the FTSE's at 6,300, right? And so he explains that, well, you know, in pound terms, the FTSE, in dollar terms, is at the exact same price.
Yeah, it was priced in that because it's in pounds.
Right.
It's not as high as you'd think it would when comparatively.
When
right?
comparatively.
So now, we pulled it up during the break.
God, this is crazy.
Gotta love Bloomberg, and we'll just price this FTSE in dollars, and that's quite a different chart.
And folks, if you're in your car, you know, I've never done this before like this, and this is really cool seeing this though. This
in dollars, we're at a high of what, 94.49 the day before Brexit. Spiked all the way really below 8,000.
Right.
We were just back up to 9,100. So again, we're at 9,400.
Right.
So we haven't reached that level. And you can tell, I mean, if you just look at the FTSE,
Isn't that amazing?
It's lost so much value. I mean, sorry, the pound, it's lost so much value for sure. Now, you got to look at that though, right? If you live in Britain.
Yes.
And you own stocks in the FTSE, and you were never going to leave Britain.
That's correct.
That's okay, but the last caveat to that is if you're never going to leave Britain.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean, so keep everything in perspective. You know, there could be some increases there, but really cutting yourself off like that's where that implication is. Yeah, you'll be okay until you want to see the rest of the world. And then your pound is going to have very little value compared to what it had previously, for sure.
That's pretty wild.
It is. It is.
That's crazy.
And again, that's really just going to play out over the next couple of years too. We'll see how that shakes. You know, there's a lot to be determined.
There is a lot to be, and they were talking. He was talking specifically. They were asking him about the property market. He says, "Listen, you know, we don't know yet. We don't know yet how this is going to play out."
That's because for every story of you know, of a super wealthy man, woman coming into the country and taking advantage of the weak pound. Might be a story like the J.P. Morgan saying we're closing 2,000 jobs or something.
Exactly.
And that's where, how does that play out?
Right.
Yeah.
No doubt. Let's go over and take a look at the IBB. So the IBB is the NASDAQ Biotech Index, folks. This is trading up $2.20 right now, $286. And we have a question in the den. Let's see, IBB. Well,
it's into that August 24th day. So somebody's saying that.
There it is. So
day before that is the 24th.
Okay, right. So the low of the 24th is 285.32. That's what you'd like to see it reject today. You know, it looks to me like the IBB has a nice ABC structure on the way down. You know, yesterday it couldn't handle higher price. It was up $3.5, gave it back $1.50, came back up. Dramatically lighter volume.
What about testing the high of this bar, which they were asking about as well? Did you see that, or does that matter about what it closes at today?
No, it would be, and the bar that we're talking about, that's the high. So it would
August 24th again.
Yeah, it would first have to deal with that August 25th bar, which is 289.09.
Cool.
You know, and what you had yesterday. So you had yesterday. You know, you did volume of 1.5 million. And that's going into, you know, 3 million. So that's not even taking the highest bar. I'm just taking not the lowest bar, but I'm taking the one it's actually going into.
Sure.
So, and then if we take a look at this intraday again, intraday, what you have is this long bar right now. That has light volume. Let's see, it's 6 minutes into it. We just went from 286 to 2. We just went down $1.10.
Yeah.
It's going to need more volume in this next leg down, even on an intraday basis. Let's see this 286. Oh, this is pretty cool though. Okay, so the opening bar is that 286.23, and right now it's at 285.85, and once you get into that opening bar, if this gets another 20 cents into it, it'll be like, okay, you know, you're going to go to the bottom of it, you know. So,
and with that, we're taking away, man. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's crazy how it works, folks, because it's like if it seems that big bars are great, But if you get into a big bar, then okay, where's the bottom of that bar? Because then it's like, oh no, now you're going to go to the bottom of that, but it's going to test that baby out. So I know. It's like, how does that work, right?
Yeah.
And what is going to be interesting here, folks, and I want to thank a couple of tigers in the den there for bringing it up. The beige book comes out this afternoon at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
That beige book is going to say quite a bit. What the beige book specifically is this. You have the 12 Federal Reserve zones in the United States, and each one of the Fed governors turn around and they put into that, how is their zone doing? How's Boston doing? How's New York doing? How's Kansas City doing? And that makes a difference. That makes a big difference. It doesn't make a difference in the context of how they vote, because they all don't have voting power. It does make the difference in the context, okay, is the country moving forward or not? And where is it not moving forward, or where is it moving forward in a, but if that's a smooth aspect, coming across the country, guess what? That's going to bring the probability up that a December rate hike could be in the cards.
Can you pull up those odds?
Yeah.
Probabilities?
Yeah.
Odds, probabilities?
There it is.
That seems like a decrease.
From
yesterday.
It is a decrease. Remember, we were at 58% yesterday morning.
52 is a big difference than 58.
Yeah, it is. And when I was doing the 3 o'clock show, it was at 51.
Yeah, I mean, if you said, like, you got a 60-40 or a 50-50, just square that in your head, right? 60-40, okay, that's pretty probable. 50-50, again, we're back to flipping a coin. And really, you don't get above 54 until March of next year.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go over and take a look at the NQs. We get some action happening. Evidently, something's getting hit inside the NQs, because I believe the NQs were just up, and now they're down. NQ... It's funny how these like to trade, man. So the NQs
that makes sense. The IBB, we're pulling up. There's big movement there.
Yeah. So the NQs just went from 48.34 to 48.22. And this is going to be so wild, because I think it made it over the high, 48.29. Yeah, they made it over its high. So this is going to be the test again. So this is the, and it's going to, I'm telling you, if we end up not failing today, when they get those 3 little dojis up at the top for a month, it's like, okay. What that will do, is bottom line, will give the bears another shot to say, hey, are you going to sell this market away or not? And it looks like, let's see, who's running up the side here? Whole Foods was already down 5%. We didn't have Microchip up before. So Microchip Technology, let's see what's going on. That's 2.7. Yeah, that's putting some juice into it.
Yeah.
So Microchip Technology, and maybe it's taking the chips down, so something must have happened there. Oh, and look at Fastenal. Yeah, it's the chip business. That's interesting. Maximum Integrated. Yeah, so something's happening. It's the chip company too. Divine's developed broad range of integrated. Yeah, so it's the circuits, the chip companies that basically taking the NDX down right now. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow Industrials right now are down 38. Nasdaq's off 1. S&P's are off 2.5. We're going to be right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
My name is Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability and host of the Trader's Edge Show, heard daily here at TFNN.com. On Wednesday, September 14th at 5 p.m., I'll be hosting a special one-hour event, The Ultimate Reversal Patterns. I'll teach subscribers how to identify and trade market tops and bottoms. You'll learn Tom DeMarc's TD Setup, TD Sequential, and TD Combo. Plus, I'll show you how to identify Gartley buy and sell patterns, which means you'll learn how to master the D point of any A to B equals CD pattern. More importantly, I'll teach you the most powerful pattern of all, by price relative strength divergent pattern. These patterns work for stocks, for ETFs, future contracts, currencies, and these patterns work on every time frame. By signing up for Mastering Probability right now, you get the first month of my newsletter service for only $49, and that includes Wednesday's Ultimate Reversal Patterns webinar. This $49 offer is only good through September 14th, so act now. At only $49 for your first month, I guarantee this is an investment that you won't regret. For all the details of the upcoming workshop and reserve your seat today, visit the front page of TFNN.com now.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is down 39. You get the NASDAQ flat. S&Ps are off 2.5. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you can actually go to...
they can click on the banners.
Okay, so you can click the banner on
any Everbank banner. It'll bring you there. This is just... You're going to dive into it, but I just wanted to make sure, because it is just a new product, and they do them at like a month to 6 weeks at a time.
Right.
And they have to change all the banners, make sure everything directs to the right page, and they got it done. Everything goes to the perfect 6 commodities in one with the 5-year market safe focused commodity CD from Everbank, right?
Right.
So you've interviewed Chris Gaffney. You guys have talked about this. I think you'll have him on... hopefully later this month, maybe with the Fed action in their meeting in September. We're trying to set that up. But go for it. I know you're going to go into it and what it kind of...
So what happens is this. If you're a CD person, okay, bottom line is that this is a product that you cannot lose your principal.
Yes.
$1,500 to open. You can earn...
That's just the minimum.
That's the minimum. Yeah, you can put $100,000 in. You can put whatever you like in. And what it specifically is that... the investment is in gold, silver, copper, nickel, soybeans, and sugar. And you would get, let's picture if they go up. If they go up, you can get 50% of their upward rise each and every year.
Yeah, so there's a 50% cap at every annual pricing date.
Right.
So, the great thing about that is that you lock in those profits, actually.
That's right.
So if over the span of 5 years, these 6 actually end up in the negative, you can still have positive returns because you're locking in that positive 50% gain of whatever that cap is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then on the opposite side, folks, if they all go down every year, guess what? You still get your principal back.
And then what's the cost? And you guys have went over it. We've went over it. It's an opportunity cost where you're basically for whatever you could get and guaranteed, whether it's CD of any sort.
Yes. Right.
That's your opportunity cost.
That's your opportunity
Because worst case scenario, your principal is returned. But, with IRA eligible and your principal return, people that are in CDs, what a safe investment with upside potential. And when you look at, some of these, that whether you think they have potential or not in terms of gold, silver, copper, nickel, soybean, sugar, for sure.
There's no doubt. Yeah. There's no doubt.
So that, I think the funding deadline is October 13th. That's only just barely over a month away.
Yes.
So you'll have Chris on, I'm sure, this month, but no time better than the present, right?
Check it out right at TFNN. I know.
That's right.
It's amazing, man.
Perfect.
You know, and of course, stay right there because I met Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up next with you, growling and prowling with you. And the beige
swim
book.
lessons, talking Chipotle after that.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's what popped into my head. I may pull it up. I want to see what they're going to have to say about those Chipotle
No doubt.
trades.
Then Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Yep. Dave's back from vacation.
And I know Steve's going to be talking about a special workshop he put together.
Nice.
So he'll be
and then we'll be back this afternoon. And 2 o'clock, I believe 2 o'clock the beige book will come out.
Yeah, and you got Apple. What time is there? 1 o'clock? 1:30?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what? No matter what time it is, right? There's going to be some action, I bet, as that approaches, no matter when. In terms of just leading up to it, things
they're all doing this now.
They have a live. There you go.
It's not there yet. Apple Live event, watch date release. They'll watch. We'll find out what Apple.
I think it's 1, maybe 1:30. We'll see.
Okay.
But either way, it's an afternoon event, and people will be writing about it. News will be breaking from the moment. And we'll see. I mean, the expectations, they've played them down. This is like the least hype, I believe, of any iPhone introduction.
Yeah.
I mean, they might take out the head jack.
Yeah, that's the big thing, right?
Which I don't see that as a big deal in terms of if it's a better connectivity and maybe for battery. And I like using Bluetooth headsets already. I think that's probably where the future's going in terms of that way there's no cord.
I know.
We'll talk away.
Yeah.
Look at, there's a nice plug for Apple down the show. I know, right?
You stay right there, folks. Man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. And, of course, Think or Swim. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.